You seen the title of the video. Stop checking the scoreboard, man. Stop checking the fucking scoreboard, man. Damn. A lesson I wish I learned a lot younger. I mean, I'm only 22 years old. I know I'm still young as hell, but it's one of those lessons where it's kind of obvious and it's kind of in your face, but it's a lesson that takes a little longer to learn, because being a young person, we're so inclined to want things now and in this second. But stop checking the scoreboard, man. I'm gonna paint a picture for you guys right now. A very well-known picture, a very well-known tale, right? The rabbit and the turtle. Very simply put, one has a very fast and clever plan, right? A very fast and clever plan. It's probably the most clever plan there is, and it's fast. The turtle, this other one, has a very slow, detailed, and consistent plan. So what is the difference between the rabbit and the turtle, and what does that have to do with stop checking the scoreboard? So I decided to paint that picture right there of the rabbit and the turtle because a rabbit, right, is gonna, according to the, the old tale that we all know, I'm just paraphrasing here, I'm not sure if this is really how it is, but the rabbit is the one that has a very fast and clever plan, right? So in his mind, he's drawn up a plan that is going to be faster than anybody's plan. It's going to be the fastest one there, and the most smartest one, the most, he thinks he has the smartest plan there is. So he's going to get there fast and quick because he has the most efficient and fast way to get there, right? Now, what tends to happen with the rabbit is that the rabbit, since he has put this small timeline on his plans of it being fast and efficient, what happens is that when the rabbit runs into some, road bumps, right, and some obstacles, the rabbit's going to be faced with a mental block because he wasn't ready to get sidetracked. He wasn't ready to run into no obstacles that would, in his mind, make him fail, because he set up this plan where if he doesn't achieve it in that fast time frame that he put for himself, he set up in his mind to be ready to accept failure. So what ends up happening to the rabbit is that when he runs into these obstacles, he runs into a bit of a delay, which for any plan, right, and for any player would be all right. But since this rabbit has set up these fast expectations in his mind, this sets him back even more because of his expectations, right? And ends up becoming a bit of a funny scenario, because then you have the turtle, right? The turtle has a very slow, detailed, and consistent plan. And I think it's very important. I should have added one more word with the rabbit's plan. So the rabbit's usually going to have a plan that is fast, clever, but not very much detailed, right? Not very much based in reality. As opposed to the turtle, who's going to have a very slow, detailed, and consistent plan, right? Now, slow does not necessarily mean, no growth. Slow just means a growth in reality, right? So to put a more simple example, like working out, like building a fit body, right? So you're gonna start off, right? Ideally, you'd like to be able to do 20 pull-ups, right? Your first day, 20 pull-ups. You'd want to throw up 200 on the bench, right? You'd want to, be able to run 2 miles at a pace of 7 minutes, right? But the reality of it is you won't be able to do that in the first week, in the first few months, right? Until you've built up to that point. So what the turtle has, as opposed to the rabbit, is that the turtle has a very slow but detailed and consistent plan. So the turtle has set up in his mind, no matter what happens, I'm going to go through these very exact steps, these 10 steps. He has them counted out. And no matter what happens, I'm going to go through each step. So therefore, when the rabbit achieves those 10 steps, he has a promised result no matter what, right? Put it to you simply, right? In a way that's a little bit more simple. The rabbit said, I'm going to do 5 push-ups every day for a week, right? So the rabbit will go through, and even if the push-ups, take 30 minutes, he won't get discouraged by that, because in his mind, he promised himself that he would do 5 push-ups a day, nothing more and nothing less, right? So it's a real expectation, not that shiny and attractive, but it's a real expectation that will get completed, as opposed to the rabbit, right? Using the same fitness example, the first day he set up the expectation to do 100 push-ups, right? which if anybody has done push-ups and has built up to that level of 100 or 200 push-ups, knows damn fucking well that not the average person is going to be able to do 100 push-ups in a day, no matter how they split it up. So it's just kind of interesting. I use that paint, like that picture I just painted, to kind of draw a picture next to the main point of the video, which is stop checking the scoreboard. So another thing I wrote down here is focus on what has to be done, not what has already been done. So that goes in hand with stop checking the scoreboard, right? Essentially, when you think about your mind as a player, right? Because at the end of the day, we're all playing a game, which is this life. Whether you're doing it through a career, a job, a business, you know, you're employed by somebody, you're self-employed, whatever you're doing, we're all playing a part of this game. So focus on what has to be done, not what has already been done. So focus on what has to be done. Focus on the next couple of plays ahead of you. Focus on the next few days of business. Focus on the next few days of, you know, your career, whatever it is that you are doing. Focus on that, the next steps you have in front of you, not what has already been done, not about the plays that happened before. Oh, I fucked up on that play. Oh, that guy did better than me. You know, he has 5 more sales than me. Oh, that guy did better than me. You know, he has 5 more patients than me. Oh, that guy did better than me. You know, he's making more money than me. Focus on what has to be done. And I've learned this through very real scenarios in life, and just silly dumb ones where, you know, you're playing a certain game. And I've noticed that I play basketball and I play pool, so I've noticed that when I focus on the opponent and what they have left, right? Like, oh, he still has 5 balls to put in. He still has 10 shots to put up. My focus is redirected onto the wrong things, because now my focus is on other things except what has to be done. The fact of the matter is that whatever you need to do, no matter how many times you look at the score, that's not going to make you better at doing what has to be done. So it would make no sense to waste time and energy doing that. You're better off focusing all of your attention and energy on the stuff that you have to get done and how you can better getting those stuff done, right? So whether that be training, whether that be getting next to the right kind of people, whether that be waking up earlier, whether that be reading more, whatever it is, but focusing on what has to be done and making yourself a better person to get those things done. So last thing I wrote here is the best player focuses on the game and not the score or politics. And anybody who's played any sport knows that this is true. The best kind of players are not worried about what the score is, you know, who's up, who's down. They don't give a hell about that. They're focused in on the game. They're so locked into the game, the love they have for the game, that they don't have time to be looking at the score, you know, the numbers, who's up, who's down. Am I down compared to his? Am I down compared to that? Once you start getting into that, you get into a loser's mentality. So, you know, the main point of this video is to, you know, learn how to build a consistent plan, stick by it, right? So you plan ahead, which is very important, right? You stick by it, and then you keep going at it every single day, even if it takes a little longer than what you're expecting. Progress over time is better than no progress, right? So if you progress 1 or 2 days, but stop for a whole week, right? You're down to the person who has progress for a whole 2 weeks, right? And in increments that you don't see as attractive, but he's gotten them done. So ultimately he's ahead of you no matter how you look at it. You know, and when I say he, just talking about whoever you consider, you know, your opponent player, because we're all playing against each other, right? So that's the whole point of the video, guys. Stop checking the damn scoreboard, especially to any younger men looking at this. I'm telling you right now, for whatever it is that you're doing, whatever career it is that you're going into, business, you know, any sport that you play, stop checking that damn scoreboard, man. That's only going to distract you from getting done what you need to get done. So if this has been of value to anybody, please like, subscribe. I'm not going to ask you to comment because I know damn well nobody's subscribing right now, but we're going to get there, man. We're going to get there. Eddy, signing out. Thank you for watching.